Today we'll provide an update on the North Runway Rehabilitation Project. I'm here with Carl Brochu, Senior Director Operations, Security and Safety ADM Aéroport de Montréal, and Nicolas Jean, Manager of Operations, Montreal Area Control Center of NAV Canada. Thanks for being here. First of all, Mr. Brochu, can you shed some light on the next phases of the project?
Yes, so this fall we will complete the work that has been started on the North Runway. We did a big phase in the spring, so there's another phase in the fall. So, but basically the work being done, there's two sub-phases of that. So basically the overall work is from September 11 until November the 17th, but divided in three parts. So the first part, which is from September 11 until October 30th, it's basically construction work that will be done on the Bravo taxiway, which is just parallel of the North Runway. There's some, I'd say, quite big work to be done, some excavation, some electric work, some concrete slabs to be, new slabs to be added on. So that's the first phase, but during that phase, the runway will remain open, but with some limited capacity. During the second phase, October 30th until November the 10th, there's some work to be done on the runway itself. Basically, we finalized the work that was done in the spring, but during that phase, which is not that long, the runway will have to be closed. And finally, from November 10th until November 17th, we will complete the work on the taxiway Bravo. So just a few work there. And again, during that phase, the runway will remain open. So same as in September. And that will complete the overall work on the North Runway. Should last about 20 years. So no major work planned for that for the next 20 years. Of course, some maintenance work. But that's going to be the end of that rehabilitation project.
Mr. Jean, why is the runway assignment being changed while work is carried out on the taxiway, though both runways remain open?
Essentially, it's an issue of access to the runway. With taxiway Bravo closed, it limits the access to our North Runway. So, for example, with winds from the southwest sector, we'll have only arrivals on our North Runway, whereas if we have winds from the northeast, we'll have only departures on our North Runway.
What alternative departure path will be put in place during work on the taxiway?
There's two alternative paths that will be put in place. One is on a departure from runway 24 left, which is our south runway. We will be pursuing the use of heading 220. This heading was used in the last few years due to the construction on our North Runway. Whereas on on 6 left, which is the North Runway, we'll be using a new heading on departures for jets. So we'll have runway heading and we'll add the heading 040 for jets departures on runway 6 left.
What will be the departure procedure for jets using alternative departure path?
Essentially, it's the same both runways. So airplanes, when reaching the height of about 400 feet, okay, this may vary, okay. So reaching the height of 400 feet, they will take the heading and they would continue the climb till 3,000 feet before being assigned another turn.
Why have alternative departure paths and when will they be used exactly?
The alternative paths will be used mainly for peak periods. So in the morning push, the afternoon push, we have a small push around noon, and then in the afternoon and beginning of the evening, we'll be using these paths. Why do we use them? It's mainly because of the limited operations we can have on both runways. So the fact that the taxiway is closed will limit the number of departures or arrivals we can put on the North Runway.
Is it possible for these alternative routes to continue to be used after the work is completed?
No, no, definitely not. These are temporary measures. If those routes should be put permanently, we'll have to go through the process of consulting with our customers and with the cities around the airport. So it's a temporary measure. It's important to mention it. It's a temporary measure only for the construction period.
Why not spread the flights out over the day and avoid these alternatives route?
Yeah, flights are planned a lot in advance, and there are a lot of constraints other than the ones at Montreal Trudeau International Airport. So trying to do that with the carriers would mean that we would lose many destinations. So it's actually not a viable option.
How can we have more detail about the work and the alternative routes?
I would recommend to go on our ADM's website. So there's a section specifically on the North Runway Rehabilitation. There's also our info letters that you can subscribe. There's a section on that also. And if you want to know what flights are near your house, well, you can use a web track and put the address of your house to follow the aircrafts.
Thank you very much to both of you.